Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting. We didn't see revolution. Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by what in the Jerry Springer's drama is going on with Erika Kirk's storyline, because it sounds like it was written by a raccoon on Adderall. Buckle up, hot dogs and tacos. I'm Scott. This is the OTPH Show. Now let's do the damn thing.
After Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting.
Damn it, where is it? That's what I wanted. Dave, how do you feel about this?
We didn't see revolution.
It seemed weird to me. You would think somebody who just lost their husband would be more emotional and not in the direction she's talking in. That's the weird part about it. It
seems really fake. Now,
it's scripted.
Yeah. She keeps looking down at a script. If that was me, I would definitely not be, Dave and Scott are here. What's up, Chad? Thank you for being here with us as always. We're talking about a sensitive topic tonight. Thank you for being here with us. We're talking about Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk and the odd behavior of Erika Kirk. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say this because I've had my little brother pass away and it messed with me really bad. I'm going to defend her and say that her behavior is normal because not everybody reacts the same way, especially when you got to hold things together. Now, there's other things that we do have to explore tonight. So this is just the first video. So buckle up. Seriously, it's going to be a heavy one. But Dave, I agree with you because the more that I watch this video, the more that I see it's just it's blank. But go ahead and finish your thoughts on what you were going to say.
I mean, once again, no offense, because yes, your brother's death kind of rocked us all a lot, and people handle it differently.
Yeah. Nobody knew really. I mean, think about it. Think about like when we were running up and down the shoreline on the Connecticut looking for my brother's body. Like nobody was crying. Everybody had intent. You know what I mean? But this is at his funeral. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was the determination that we all had. I mean, I wasn't in that area because I live a lot farther, and it was one of the most hopeless feelings that I had. I'm like, I should go, but what good am I going to be? We might as well see what happens and go from there.
Yeah,
and
that's what you can do.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody does, in fact, deal with it. Some people shut down. Some people get angry. Some people cry a lot. I mean, you go through the gambit, but she looks more like she's reading something somebody else said just to try to push something else. I would be like, that would not be on my mind. If I'm at a funeral and I'm talking about the love of my life, I'm not going to be like, we're talking about revival. No, I'm going to be talking about all the good things and the stuff that my partner brought to said life and how proud I was to be with them and all that other stuff. A proper eulogy, not a motivational speech.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't think that I'm more of off of the cuff kind of guy anyways. I don't think that I could have a script. I would just speak what was on my mind. Anyways, that's generally what we do here at the show, but it's tough. Let's finish the show and we'll keep going. Okay, bud?
Absolutely. Oh, there are some.
Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival.
I mean, okay, so go ahead. Now go ahead and finish what you were saying.
I'm really not sure revival was the right answer. I mean, revolution, maybe a change of mindset, maybe a different
Yes.
way of handling it, but not a revival.
No.
When I think revival, I think we're going to church, we're going to be dancing down the aisle.
Well, I think that both left and right come together, right? That's what I think of like revival. I don't think a revival of the American spirit because, in all honesty, I don't know if you've been following. You know me, I'm like a fucking hawk with this shit. But I've been following it, and I mean, she's sitting here bragging about profits and all these other things. She has a show to conduct too. She still has a business to run and everything. So we're not really getting the whole Erika Kirk thing, but her behavior in that situation right there, right, that we just saw, didn't help. But it didn't help that we had people like this either, too. So, but yeah, let me show you this video real quick, and then we'll go back to what we were saying.
Yes.
You're the only driver of that vehicle? Nobody else ever drives it?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Now, Dave, what do you think's happening here?
They know something she already did, and they're just trying to make sure they're cornering her before she gets before they tell her what's really going on.
So, if the cops come and knock on your door, do you think that they're coming to, have milkshakes with you? Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's got to be let's find out what that reason is. Are you interested? Yeah. You got some Kool-Aid, miss. It's hot out here in these streets. You know what I mean?
You want to come out and talk to us for a couple minutes?
What's up?
All right. So you are Megan Buchiger? Buhager? Okay. So we have your vehicle on multiple cameras, a lot of surveillance footage. So why do you think we're here?
Now it's time to just be honest.
See, former law enforcement, okay, when an officer says that to you, now is the time to be honest. If you are going to try to dance around things, they are going to try to throw the book at you. Your best bet is to be completely fucking honest, because they gave you the courtesy of knocking on your door. They didn't pull you over and make it a scene or anything like that. They try to keep it quiet. I mean, Dave, how do you feel about this situation right now?
First and foremost, they know what you did last night.
Yes.
And they got your vehicle. They got which means they got the license plate. That's the only way they know it's your vehicle. When they say multiple surveillance cameras and other forms, that's pretty much saying we triangulated this down to the pinpoint of we got your license plate down to the sticker and your registration is expired. But we're not here for your expired registration. You done did something you done didn't should be doing.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of common sense. But she knew. I mean, you saw it as soon as she opened the door and saw the officers. You saw her playing with her necklace, right? Right. That's a dead giveaway right there. She knew she was caught, immediately caught. But this is a biggest thing, and this is my rebuff to Erika Kirk's statement when she said, "Hey, we're going through a revival." No, we're not, because people wouldn't have been vandalizing other people's property, freaking out, making death threats, squatting individuals. I mean, think about how many friends you lost on Facebook simply because, you had a different opinion about Charlie Kirk, you know what I mean? Or the whole situation, So I don't think it was a revival. I think it was a really, really deep rift in whatever is happening in our country right now. We are going through a change for sure, but is it a revival? I don't think so at all. What do you think, Dave?
No, if anything, Charlie Kirk didn't have enough time to make a revival. And people are just, I think, we grew up in a time where debate was a fun thing. People would sit around a campfire debating stupid shit the entire night. Nobody got mad. We all walked away, shook hands, drank beer, whatever.
Yeah.
Now you can't have a difference of opinion without somebody getting all butthurt, and instead of talking with you, they just want to insult you or just repeat the same stupid fact because they don't want to hear what you have to say. They just want to be right. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I work with a guy who's always like, "Oh, well, Trump's a pedophile." No, listen, no. Has he done shady shit? Yes. Is he a perfect human being? No. But you don't want to listen to it, and then you want to lump everybody into it. Shut the fuck up.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, like you're basing your judgments off of emotion with no actual proof or evidence or anything like that. But they got this chick dead to rights. Let's finish watching, huh?
I mean, we've got great surveillance footage. We wouldn't be sitting here at your house, would we?
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier just to be honest, and then we just move on with it and we go from there.
Alright. I know, that was stupid of me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Why'd you do it?
Because
Because I'm emotionally charged, officer. Duh.
I don't.
R.I.P. for everybody. You know, it's like a rented board. Just rent that for their mothers, fathers, or anybody else.
Dave, I'm going to mute your mic. Tell your old lady to stop yelling.
The person that you disagree with.
Charlie, what? You didn't like him, or?
No. All the shit that he was saying? No.
What did he
Tire
say?
Doc, though? I mean, they're just a business.
There's a lot of like racist shit going on. Like somebody need to say somebody. That's what I think. Somebody need to say something.
Okay. So you
What?
spray paint just because it's what you had?
Listen. Okay. What racist thing? Right? It's because you don't like it. And then you go and you say the most egregious thing, the most inflammatory thing that you can think of to either agitate an individual to get a reaction out of them or whatever the case may be. It's just absolutely crazy because somebody has a difference in opinion of you. They're immediately a Nazi. Now, an idiot, whatever. Obviously, that's like the go-to for everybody that you disagree with. Oh, that guy's a fucking idiot. Oh, she's dumb. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. But I would never go and destroy somebody's property. I mean, Dave, back me up on this one. I just think it's crazy.
Oh, 2,000%. And here's the thing, too. Agree, disagree. You have no right to desecrate anything of anybody's. Meaning, a memorial. If somebody dies on your street corner and somebody plants a little wooden cross there, let it be. Somebody's mourning, and that's their way of coping with it.
What's the fucking
you go
problem?
Out and you're not a warrior of anything. Judging by your size, you have a future as a barista at Starbucks.
Buddy, that haircut. She's going to be she's going to be a medieval wench at one of those.
She doesn't have the body part.
Medieval times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lady in waiting. Yes. She's going to be waiting for a very long time. But the biggest problem I have is the thing is, I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk completely. I liked what he said. I liked what he was trying to do, but you don't have to agree with him. That's the beauty of humanity. But you have no right to go and do anything just because you heard someone tell you that he said something racist. Prove it, because he tried to preach. He tried to preach unity and being one and trying to talk to people about why they may be wrong and explaining to them so they get the facts and they get the answers instead of just listening to our media because we know they suck.
Well, when you hear most people, and especially now because everything's so emotionally intensified, when you hear something that you don't want, you just are automatically like, what does it matter to you? It's like, well, it matters to me because I shouldn't have to deal with it. Nobody should have to deal with that kind of stuff. The things that he was preaching wasn't neo-Nazism. It wasn't occultism or any of that stuff. It was traditional values that we had already had here in America. Now, was he working with the Jews? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All those people in that kind of an elite circle, they're going to have sharks in the water. I'm talking about AIPAC, of course. And towards the end, he started coming out against, but I don't think that's what killed him. I think what this girl's doing is absolutely horrible. And I think everybody that desecrated his memorials and tried to disrupt and be a dick and just talk shit. I mean, my own niece and I are feuding right now because she is in disapproval. And I think that the way that she talks is not good. And she thinks the way that I am is not good. She's a liberal and I'm not. And that's okay. She can be whatever she wants to be. We live in the land of the free, but you can't sit here and say these egregious things about somebody simply because you disagree with them. You have to be able to prove it. You have to be able to prove this shit. Like when everybody compared him to Hitler, right? Oh, he was a Nazi. He was like Hitler. In what fucking way? Dave, let me ask you this. You seem to be an educated individual for the most part. Where, in what country, in what education system that you know now in modern times where we know about the Holocaust and stuff like that, where anybody would support Hitler or Hitler would support free thought and debate? Where would that, where in any fascist or any communist regime would you see that kind of support for free speech where they say, come up and talk to me. I want to hear what you have to say. Hey, Luigi, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here.
The right answers are none, because see also China, Taiwan, and all those other places, or Singapore, you go and protest, you dead. Period. You're going to disappear. They hear the word, but they don't really know the meaning of said word. The fascists basically want to put the nation first, and that's all they care about is tunnel vision. Kind of what Hitler was. Hitler was all about Germany.
Well, he was a fascist socialist. So
right,
but I understand what you're saying. But
and so,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
He does nothing compared to that, including the folks that during the whole Minnesota riots were saying that years later people are going to be reading diaries about what.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Minnesota,
stop it.
Just like Anne Frank, and I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible.
All right, let's finish this fucking video, Dave, because
I'm enjoying seeing Emma squirm like a little piggy.
Yeah, let's finish. Let's watch her get cuffed up. I got some more, dude. We haven't even got to the handy news yet. Let's go. We're already 20 minutes in. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So place your hands behind your back. You're on.
I know what everybody's thinking right now. Where's the pepper spray? Where's the dogs? Where's her being executed in the front lawn for being a domestic terrorist? You know what's funny is, Dave, is that because we live in a society where that doesn't happen, this lady's going to be arrested and prosecuted for her crimes according to the law. Yeah. She's going home, dude. She's probably lives in a state where they're like, hey, listen, we just got to go through there. And she's going to be let out on PR bond, personal recognizance. And she'll have to show up on a court date. And if she don't, they'll put out a bench warrant for her. You know what I mean? But this girl, I mean, seriously, unless she refuses PR bond and she just wants to get the notoriety and be like, yeah, I went because I desecrated Charlie Kirk, and all her TikTok fans can be like, yeah, you're credible. You're fucking hard out there. You're a revolutionary.
Or 2 TikTok followers, right?
All right. I'm going to get out of here with this video. I got to get out of here with this video. All right. I got another one, Dave. Let's keep moving.
Is very, very off about this. Watch this. Watch your eyes.
Pastor Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's.
Can she be
an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop. That's it.
What a great response.
I believe Scarface said it best, y'all. The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Who do you think you are today? The more we learn about this covenant of God.
See, what's got everybody riled up, Miss Kirk, is the fact that this right here is 9/11. You know what I mean? The official story doesn't add up. Keep asking questions, and you're saying it doesn't add up. To stop asking questions. That's not what any of us are going to do. There are,
And didn't we just watch her forgive him, Dave? Didn't in the beginning of the show? Didn't we just watch her say forgive him?
Yeah.
And to let the process go through the process. I mean, she just put an emotion for a speedier trial because she feels like her husband isn't getting the justice that he deserves. But yet she wants to forgive him. It's very conflicting. Now, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Kristen Brett Weiser had it right. The official story doesn't add up. Keep asking questions. Don't stop asking. There's a reason. If you're, and I tell coworkers this all the time. If your brain tells you there's an issue, and if your brain is firing off little red flags, ask questions. There's a reason why it's doing that.
I agree with that 100. You should have been asking questions. Okay. When somebody says 30-06 rifle caliber and you see a little tiny pinhole, you should be asking questions. Okay. You should immediately ask questions. As soon as they started talking about the caliber, you should have been asking questions. Okay. Because they told you that JFK got shot from the back. And everybody knows he got shot from the front. So he got shot from the front. And so it's just one of those things. We'll talk about that next week because we're going to be talking about JFK's assassination. And I think my brother Josh is going to be on with us next week, Dave, Thursday. Ooh. So that should be interesting. So anyways, let's finish up this video and keep moving.
How many anomalies there are with this, and don't get I'm not even going to bring up the Romanian angel situation. Y'all look that up too if you really want to learn a few things about what's going on with that situation. Yeah.
Now, stop.
That's a weird reaction, Dave.
That's all I have to say.
I mean,
stop.
That's a weird reaction.
Podcaster Candace.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Candace Owens. There's a lot of paywall going on here. She did a good job of marketing this whole idea of she has more insight and has sources that are telling her and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. But I just feel that was a weird reaction to, this woman saying, "Oh, you have a chance to speak to the world." I would want to clear things up. If anything, I would want to go to Candace Owens and be like, "Hey, let's fucking talk about this." Like, I just feel it's a little bit out of control, don't you think? I think that you're putting in a lot of conjecture because the more speculation that you put in behind this whole case, the less of a fair trial that he's going to get. And not saying that I'm for Tyler Robinson because I don't think he was the one that pulled the trigger. I think he was involved, but I don't think he was the one pulling the trigger. But the more of the conspiracies that get out there about what happened, the more the jury has a chance to hear that. And if the jury hears that and it brings any doubt, remember, when it comes to a court case, the prosecution has to prove without a shadow of a doubt. The defense does not. It only has to stir doubt. Right. It doesn't have to prove without a shadow of a doubt. It just has to make the jury think, well, he might not have done it. That's it. They don't have to go, hey, I have proof, 100% proof that he did it. He did not do this. No, they just have to stir doubt to get the jury to say, no, you know what? We don't think that he was totally involved with whatever's going on. And that's why it's important for all of this stuff to get cleared up because, if Tyler Robinson was involved with this trial, or not trial, but within this assassination, then he needs to be brought to justice and the juror needs to not be swayed. Now, go ahead, Dave. What were you going to say?
Oh, no. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong because in all honesty, the hardest part is going to be proving that he was the
shooter.
Finger of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be the shooter because if he could, again, the defense could just go, yeah, no, he didn't do that. And that could be their whole defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And now the prosecution has to prove that, one, he was the shooter. The evidence is going to point to, hey, we got him on camera walking away from it, but that doesn't prove that he was the shooter. So that's going to be an interesting thing to be looking into.
We need fingers on the gun. That's the only real liable evidence that we have that he did any of this is fingers are on the gun. That's it. I want to see the fingerprints on this 30-06 that was from World War I handed down. So we can't trace it because there's no serial number on it, Dave. Okay. All right. So we can't trace the serial number on the thing. Okay. and then it was upgraded. It was from World War I, and it took so many Nazis' lives, but they decided to modernize the rifle because that's what Pop wanted, right? His old gun, that's exactly what he wanted to have, is it to be modernized with plastic and synthetics. Right. Okay.
No war veteran ever.
Yes, that makes a whole bunch of sense. Right. Now this is why. Now this guy's going to break it down real well for us, Dave. Let's go.
Thing to like get the Jews or to blame whoever you're personally, not happy with at the time. Oh, well, I think it was Turning Point because I don't like Turning Point. Oh, I think it was the Jews because I don't like the Jews.
Oh, hey, by the way, leave your comments down below. We want to know what you're thinking. We always want to know what you're thinking. I'm very sorry. I haven't said because Dave's here now, so you know what I mean? So, but I'm not forgetting about you guys. So please feel free. If you have anything to say, go ahead while we're going through the videos. We'll always answer your comments.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay?
Yeah,
there
Dave,
are two children that are going to grow up now without a father. There's a widowed wife who has to go the rest of her life without her husband. And every wild and rabid conspiracy that you come up with is another potential reason for a juror to not find Tyler Robinson guilty beyond a reasonable doubt when it is possible that he could be. And I'm not saying that Tyler Robinson is 100% in a foolproof manner definitely the person who killed Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying there couldn't possibly be anybody else involved. I do think that Tyler Robinson is the person who killed Charlie Kirk. But I'm not saying that I'm not open to the possibility that they got the wrong guy. But what I am saying is stop brainwashing yourself that it's impossible for it to be Tyler Robinson. Stop brainwashing everybody else that it's impossible for it to be Tyler Robinson. Because while you convince yourself that it's impossible for Tyler Robinson to have killed Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson is in court laughing because he knows.
I'm going to say this real quick. To be able to show people that the system works, we have to be able to use the system to bring people to justice. Okay. And if you're constantly trying to poke holes in it and not let it do its job, of course, any ship that you're going to set afloat and then poke a fucking hole, a million holes in it is going to fucking sink. Let the process do its job. That's what you got to do. Go ahead, Dave. What are you going to say?
No, that is one of the problems in our country is everybody's so quick to put out opinion and judge this and the problem is that will cloud up a potential jury because that was all over the news for a couple weeks straight. And so there's no way you're going to find people truly impartial that aren't going to sit there and go, yeah, I'll be impartial.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, this is a very emotionally charged. This isn't O.J. Simpson. Okay. This is not O.J. Simpson. This is something completely different. And I think that a political involvement is, I don't know. People are so weird about it. It's almost on a level of religious involvement. Very radical in some senses. But let's keep going.
That with every conspiracy theory, there is a higher likelihood that he walks free. And he knows that full well. Dave Rubin tweeted about this. 3 months after the murder of her husband, Erika is doing Charlie's book tour to say that she didn't kill him. It's really sad that Erika Kirk is trying to hold herself together, keep her chin up, and continue on her husband's legacy, continue doing his book tour, not letting his...
All right.
I'll be right back in one moment, all right?
Yeah, do your thing, buddy. Yeah, do your thing, buddy. I'm gonna click you out. So anyways, the reason I clicked that out is because there was a lot of edits in there and everything like that. And you could tell that he was trying to read off of a script, but I agree with the first part of what he said. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what to think. Let's finish what he has to say.
Die. And with every interview that she's doing, are these people asking about the book? Are they asking about the things that were relevant to Charlie before he died? No, the primary questions that she's being asked are, did you kill Charlie Kirk? What do you say to the people who say you killed Charlie Kirk? She has to defend herself against accusations that she murdered her husband, when she obviously didn't.
Buddy, I'm going to say this. The first person they always go to is the husband or the wife. The first person that always go to family members, especially when there's a lot of money involved or foreign or any of that stuff. So, I mean, again, there's nothing, I don't have like definitive proof of what I'm saying, but I'm saying to you is that 9 times out of 10, when it comes to trial cases where there's a murder, they go to the wife, they're going to investigate her, they're going to watch her. They all do. Dave, tell me I'm wrong.
No, usually that's the prime suspect. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
why?
I mean, think about how much money we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Seriously. TPUSA is like worth like fucking almost $40 million, roughly. Let's say roughly worth like $40 million. Like, come on. We're talking a lot of money here. Of course, they're going to investigate her. Now, like Dave was saying earlier, does everybody need to go and speculate and put their opinions out there? No, I think that a lot of people should be kind of hush about it and just kind of do their investigations as they will. And if any new evidence that you find can come to light, then you should bring it to light. But other than that, you should not be sensationalizing it or hyping it up. We're talking about solving the murder of Charlie Kirk, a man that was murdered in front of fucking 2,000 people, God in the world. It was being streamed live. So we need fucking answers. Will we get them? Well, if shit like this keeps going on. And this kid right here, I don't, again, I'm not like a super fan of everything that he's saying because I feel like a lot of it's scripted, but I'm not going to tell people what to think. So we're going to finish this video. And then I got one more for you that's actually going to really stir up the pot, Dave.
I don't know how you handle this, Eric. I don't know how to be dragged into, you were involved in the death and all this crazy evil stuff.
Oh, it's sick.
God bless you.
That's Glenn Beck.
God bless you.
That's Glenn Beck. He's like, who comes first, Israel or America? He's like, I'll put my show on the line for Israel. Of course you would. Of course you would. Anyways.
He's an idiot.
My family means everything to me. Turning Point USA has always been in our life and has always been so good to Charlie, and Charlie was good to his team.
I just cannot imagine the position that Erika is in. I cannot imagine where her head's at. Because my head's in a rut. And I didn't even know Charlie. And my head's in a rut.
I can agree with that.
Because we're staring down the possibility of his killer walking free. We have the entire movement completely splintered, fractured, falling apart. The movement, by the way, that Charlie Kirk built. His legacy is that movement. He created the tent. He pitched it. He invited people under it. He spent years doing that. And now it's splintered. No, and something interesting is like, after 9/11, the United States said this a couple times on my lives before Charlie died, that we were at a place where, specifically with the left,
And you know why you don't hear a lot about Glenn Beck? Because he's a falling star, bro. That's why. Because he's not a voice on radio anymore. Because he's being shadowed out by so many other people, like, the OTPH Show, Ross Steele, and Sex Appeal, Gravy Train on basket wheels, baby. So, but anyways, he's being shadowed out, and, all these people are selling out. All of them. I mean, look at Dan Bongino. When he quit. He had a position to where he could have done something with all the shit that guy talked. And what did he do? He fucking quit.
We'll go back to podcast. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back to podcasting. Now, this next video I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind, because this is the video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, if you're a boy or a girl, you should probably be sleeping right now because you got school tomorrow, and you should not be watching this fucking show.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right. This next video I'm going to show you, Dave, is going to make you go, wait, what the fuck? I'm going to turn the sound off so we don't get copyright.
Thank you.
Did you see that? I'm going to play that again for everybody. This is the video. This is the picture right here. This is the picture right here that you can see this video of Erika Kirk and Tyler Robinson that is buzzing around the internet, and they are doing everything they can to do to suppress it. And it is making Tyler Robinson's lips go bub, 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 and they're starting to flap for some reason. For some reason. Why? This is a real picture. This is a real picture. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, Dave. That is a tough one. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. I always want to know what you're thinking. I mean, again, I'm not going to jump to conclusions.
According to Snopes, it's a fake picture.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
That's what they're going to say. That's what
they all say that.
Well, I mean, let's just be on our toes about it because there's been some weird stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They're saying it's a real picture. Then, of course, you're going to have your counters and everything like that. It looks pretty legitimate to me, but I could be wrong. And I'm just speculating. Obviously, this is for entertainment purposes only. We're just trying to have fun right now. And I'm obviously not trying to prove that Erika Kirk murdered her husband. What I am saying is, though, is that there are some weird things that are going on around the murder and all of like her behavior and everything. That's what I am trying to talk about tonight. So, but Dave, buddy, you know what time it is for, right? My favorite part of the show. It's time for the handy news. Anyways, thank you guys so very much. The handy news is brought to you by the Neon Republic. Go ahead and scan this QR code right here in the corner and check it out. Help us out here at the OTPH Show. Now let's get to the handy news. So the most recent confirmed update is March of 2026, and prosecutors fight to keep cameras out of the courtrooms, which they're not going to be able to do. They won't. Prosecutors say that removing cameras would fuel conspiracy theories, which is true, including the claims of Israel behind the murder, which I'm not going to confirm or deny that. But what I am going to say is that it could possibly be. Dave, how do you feel about that? Do you think that it should be televised?
I say it both ways. Yes, because there's enough public interest to where people are going to want to see it. But no, because of the other reason stated.
Their argument. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, they got a valid argument that they're worried about about people misconstruing what's going on and flipping stuff. And in today's society, it's going to be tough to keep the jury from seeing anything because you're going to have to take away phones and tablets and
everything,
laptop, computers, glasses now because, you know, Ray-Ban make glasses you can watch the internet on while walking.
Yeah, too much acting with the cameras there. Yeah, I agree. Yep. The theatrics could be one of them. The defense says that the media attention threatens a fair trial, which we just discussed earlier, and I agree with that. I want, even though, you know, whatever anybody believes, he deserves due process, however you feel about it. So let's make sure that that happens. And that's the biggest problem. I think that it should be televised because if it is televised, there's no misinformation. There's no, let people play through their theatrics. People are going to cut through the bullshit. Dave, we do that all the time here on the show, don't we? We kill it here on the show. Okay, that's our MO.
We got a master's in anti-bullshit.
So, but anyways, people are going to see through it, okay? It's just like that picture or that video that I just showed you guys of Erika Kirk and Tyler Robinson together. He looks like he was in the 10th grade in that picture, and she looks like she's drunk, passed out like this. You know, I mean, it could be chopped. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun, right? But
well, they're 15-year difference between the two of them. So, because she's 37, he's 22. So.
Yeah, and I mean, but they could have been into furry. Dave, they could have been into furries together, bro.
Oh,
they could have been in the same Discord together.
Judging by the fact that it's on a 35, what looks to be a 5x7 that you would have printed up at Walgreens years ago, it's kind of hard to make me believe that that is legit. Now, if you showed me like, hey, here's his Instagram page and look at that picture, fine. But the fact that you made it look like it was developed, and I'm like, he's 22. People stopped using film way before then.
Way before. And so, but that's the most update. That's the most recent update that we have. The next hearing on camera will be issued, or is issued to set for April. So we don't have an exact date for that yet. But late February update with the judge refuses to dismiss prosecutor over alleged conflict of interest. I don't know if you heard about that, Dave, or anybody else that's watching. Go ahead and light up the comments for me right now. Let me know what you're thinking about this whole situation. But there was the prosecutor's niece, nephew, great grandson or some shit was at this event where Charlie got shot in the neck, and they think that that's deemed as conflict of interest. And it's like, no, what? No,
but you should be a witness, not a prosecutor.
I just don't understand how that's even anything at all. The judge, go ahead.
I think the judge was right. It's not a conflict of interest. Yeah, however, if you were there, that makes you a witness.
Yeah, it does definitely make her a witness for sure, 100%. But the defense tried to remove the prosecution team because the prosecutor's daughter was, daughter was present during the shooting. Judge said that it's not sufficient. That's not a significant reason of bias. Because think about this. Good.
Conflict of interest would literally be like, if you're on trial, I'm not going to be your lawyer because we're related.
Well, right. That's, or if I was an officer and I rolled up to a scene and let's say, Dave, you were doing something, I couldn't be involved in the investigation. You see what I'm saying? Because we're family member. That's conflict of interest. But because she was there, and let's think about this. He could be a bleeding heart liberal and she could have been a staunch conservative, or vice versa. We don't know. You see what I'm saying? But they're going to try to do anything that they can to get this kicked out. You know, I mean, it's just what they're going to do. The death penalty's on the table, which it should be around the country. For something like this, there should be no, well, we're going to let him sit in jail and waste taxpayers' money so he can just sit in jail and rot in jail and go crazy. And no, let's just spend the fucking 50 cents, put a cigarette in his mouth, let him have a shot, a scotch, or whatever his last drink is, give him his last meal, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And then while he's eating it, put one in the back of his squash. Don't even let him know you're going to do it. You know what I mean? Just let him enjoy his last moments, eating a steak and having a shot of bourbon or whatever, you know what I mean? But the prosecutor previously released evidence of emotion and confession. Robinson allegedly said he killed Kirk because he believed Kirk spread too much hate, which, Dave, does that sound legitimate?
That sounds like something the media would tell you, but it doesn't. If you listen to Charlie Kirk with an unobjective mind, meaning you go in there with a clear mind that, hey, I want to learn something, or I want to see if what I'm thinking is right. No. If he would get up there and he'd sit down and the first person goes, hey, why should I not go to college? And he goes, well, you're fucking retarded. That more than... Then the answer would come out right, but he would be like, "Why should you not go to college?" And he give good, gotcha. And then he gives out good reason why you shouldn't go to college. Yeah, having an objective mind, but he doesn't spew hate. You're not sitting up there going, you know what, fuck the Mexicans.
Yeah. He's not saying that at all. He's not saying that at all. The bottom line to all of it is that the prosecutors want the cameras kept into the courtroom to stop conspiracy theories from happening. And I think that we're all in the same agreement. I think from us that are watching right now and the people that are going to watch the greatest show on the internet, the OTPH Show, can concur that that's something that we should have. The defense wants the cameras out because they claim it's media bias, blah, blah, blah. But what media bias? Are we talking about CNN? Is that what we're talking about here? Are we talking about MSNBC? Is that who we're talking about? Like, who are we really talking about? Are we talking about every local news network out there that have been trying to paint this kid or romanticize the relationship he had with his furry fucking friend, which, by the way, is roaming the streets and is not in handcuffs for some reason and is not being followed or monitored in any way, shape, or form? I mean, I could be wrong, but I haven't heard anything about it. But I've seen his picture rolling around on the internet, him walking around on the streets, getting some lattes and things like that from, you know, these people's favorite place to go, the old Star Visits. I'm just saying to
the
you.
liberal headquarters.
Yes, dude, the liberal headquarters. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, that was your handy news.
Or is supposed to not be in here?
They're saying that that shot was from 143 yards. We've got the acoustics from two different camera systems that were on the left and right side of Charlie Kirk facing the audience. The acoustics said that that shot came from 74 yards and not 143 yards to his front. They say there were no drones. We have video of a drone flying right in front of Charlie Kirk, away and upward at the same time the shots fired.
Really?
Yeah. So we looked at the drone, and what we found was there's a particular drone out there. It's got kind of like a hole shape to it. It's about that big. You can weaponize drones now. And not only that, you can install AI.
We've been watching it on the internet forever.
It will 100% pick your face out of 1,000 people. You can see it. So if I'm Charlie Kirk facing the audience, it flew over my head just like this, went just like that, and then the shot was taken. And it's out of the picture. It's so fast.
See, and where is that drone?
Oh, probably in the hands of the government. No, probably in the hands of the government. They're just ain't giving it up.
Yeah, well, and if we're trying to make sure that, you know, the kid's getting a fair trial, you're not putting out any conspiracy. But I mean, Dave, everybody's been watching it. They watched it for the last fucking year. You know, think about this. We watched a video of the kid jumping off a roof, and then we had a palm print and a knee print, and then we had a gun in a bush in a box, but then it was in a bag. Then we had him walking up the stairs. We had videos of him everywhere. There were people that were doing private investigations that were like, where he was at, there was a camera literally like in his face. The angle that he chose to shoot from, there was like a camera that could see him, like right directly see him. Okay. Then afterwards, okay, there was some conspiracy about a pop-up door and all that bullshit. And then he had like a fake blood thing coming out of his neck. But the fucking craziest thing, and what crime scene, Dave, what crime scene have you ever been to? Or I probably can't say that you've ever, but did you ever heard of where they allow you to just dump cement all over the crime scene without doing any thorough investigation? What crime scene have you ever heard of that happening in?
Well, in my many years of watching CSI on TV, I've never. Although sometimes I have to do a little bit of, crime scene digging in my kid's bedroom because Lord knows that's the war zone. But no, I've never been. But one would imagine that until it's completely clear and clean, that you do nothing to it. You leave it alone until the cops go, all right, get this shit out of here. Theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a 9/11 investigation where the next day, I mean, the metal was still molting. We all watched it on TV. I remember why it was on every fucking TV forever.
Oh, like
cleaning
6
it up.
months, yeah.
It was crazy, them cleaning it up, right? And the metal was still molting while the military was hauling all of that steel out of there. They were still digging bodies out. No, there was no crime scene investigation. And then all of a sudden we had the bands come out. We had everybody cheering and hollering. The United States is united. We need to go fight the Middle East, blah, 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 all this shit, whatever. Now Charlie Kirk gets assassinated. Nobody says anything. You're right, Chad. Very interesting. I say that. It's very, very interesting. Just the behavior overall and how the investigation's narrative was conducted. And I mean, you have to have a bulletproof case here. If we want a conviction, which I'm hoping if he is guilty of doing this, of course I want a fucking conviction. You have to have a bulletproof fucking case because you got people that are fighting for this kid, which is sick to me. But Dave, what do you think? How do you feel about that?
Again, anybody who's found guilty in a court of law deserves to be sentenced, because obviously you're not just having a judge sit there and go, "Oh, fuck it, get him out of here, he's guilty." We have people like you and I who sit there and we listen to this and we can go, yes or bullshit. And I've been on trials. I voted guilty against a kid that pretty much he admitted to everything but throwing a gun at a cop. And that's the only charge we did not tag him on because we couldn't prove that he intentionally threw it at the cop.
He's guilty. I mean, sorry.
He was guilty on like 6 different counts. He was going to jail no matter what. The only charge they were really fighting was the throwing the gun at the cop.
You remember that movie, Jury Duty?
Yes, I love that movie.
Jury Foreman. That's right.
Oh.
The guy's guilty. I mean, guilty.
Nah, come on, Pauly Shore movie.
Dave, let me now. This right here has been coming out too. Okay, and this is very real. This is very, very real, and it adds motive completely. This is not a joke because I looked it up.
Candace Owen released irrefutable evidence and documentation that Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk filed for a disillusionment of marriage 2 days before his assassination. There are actual text messages back and forth between Erika and Charlie discussing a separation of assets and how they are going to come out publicly. And when the
you
right
like how
timing
it sets you up like that, Dave? You like how it led you into that?
In a daydream. I actually just closed my eyes and imagined it. But apparently people coming to you in dreams and saying things is a foothold for like solid journalism in Candace Owens' world. Today she reported that Charlie Kirk came to her in a dream and said that he was betrayed. And apparently that is evidence enough for her to continue moving forward in her tirade of justice. So, close your eyes.
It's a real thing. They were going to get a divorce. That's a real thing. That's a legitimate thing.
But I'm pretty sure that still would not lead to imminent death.
No.
It could, but the likelihood is less.
But it is a motive, nevertheless. This is the problem that we're having here. You see what I'm saying?
I would know her real motive. That motherfucker's never home with the kids. I got to deal with these little terrorists. Yeah, no, I feel that one.
But this next video I got for you, Dave, this also goes to talk about how it wasn't just a dissolution of marriage, right? Or a divorce, but the reason why they were getting divorced, I will tell you right after this. When disaster hits, you don't want excuses. You want action and peace of mind. And emergency storable food from My Patriot Supply does just that, delivering over 2,000 calories a day in 8 hearty varieties, good for over 25 years. That's 25 years of protection for when the stinky stuff hits the fan. So scan the QR code up in the corner or click the link down in the description and protect you and your family for when emergency strikes. All orders before 3 p.m. ships same day, and anything over $150 ships for free. Remember, calories equal energy, and energy equals survival. Be ready for anything before anything happens with My Patriot Supply. Now back to the show. Thank you to My Patriot Supply for sponsoring this lovely show, the OTPH Show. For stealing sex appeal. Share this out to everybody that you think is going to love this live stream. Now let's get back to the videos.
Candace Owen released.
Oh, stop it. You fucking prick.
I'm going to take this time to say, Scott, thank you for deal or no dealing me. It's like, all right, you can open up the case after this.
Oh, you like that?
I intentionally, when I was pregnant, hid. Not because I was embarrassed. I was growing a human inside of me.
And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got murdered. Charlie Kirk's final email just leaked, and according to people who've seen it, he was preparing to divorce Erika over doubts about the paternity of their own kids. And once that came out, people...
Whoa. Whoa. You said what? Dave, hold on.
This should not be on Entertainment Tonight. It should be on Maury.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds, again, I said this earlier, right? What in the Jerry Springer drama is going on here, buddy? Because it's a wild one. Let's keep going.
Immediately started looking back at everything differently, because even the photos of the kids that are public don't seem to add up. People have pointed out that their appearances don't always match the ages Erika claims they are. And the more those conversations started happening, the more uncomfortable the whole situation became. Then there's that interview Erika gave, the one where she said she was growing a human inside of her. And I'm not gonna lie, that wording threw a lot of people off. It didn't sound natural. It didn't sound like how most mothers talk. Now add that to the claims that Charlie had already removed Erika from his will before he died. It's starting to look like he was already preparing to walk away. And if that's true, then everything people thought they knew about their marriage might have been a lie. Let's dive right in.
Who is taking care of Erika's children?
Said nobody said what now? I mean,
I'm going to answer her question. Probably a nanny, grandparents, the state.
Buddy, there's a lot more here than we think. And I think that we've only just touched the tip. We don't even know half of what's going on right now with this whole stuff. Now, I don't want to spread conspiracy theories. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that we should investigate thoroughly and not just jump to conclusions. Now, I think that's what the FBI with Crap Patel, because everybody knows how much I love him. I think that's what he's hoping everybody does do, is just jump to conclusions. So then that way we can kind of brush all the shady shit that was going on behind closed doors, if there was any going on behind closed doors. But with this right here, this is kind of,
She has a 3 and a 4-year-old. I am a single mother. I was divorced when my children were very young, and I work full time, just like Erika Kirk. So I'm not saying, oh, you can't be a mother and work full time. So don't come in my comments with that bullshit. A lot of us out here work full time and raise kids. There's a shit ton of single moms out in the world and single dads. 2 weeks after Charlie Kirk's assassination, she was already on the road.
Ever since Charlie died, we've been seeing Erika everywhere. News interviews, press tours, and even public appearances. At one point, she was even throwing merch into the crowd like it was some kind of rally.
Buddy, took her out of the will? Yeah, wow. I mean, listen, if I'm divorcing you, lady, you're not getting anything. So, unless we have a prenup, you're not getting anything, which I'm sure they had a prenup, but she's coming to oh my gosh, I'm not going to get anything because I have to prove the paternity of these children. And in any court of law, if you commit adultery, you get how much, Dave?
Nada.
You get a whole bunch of fucking jack shit.
You get a fistful of this shit.
Which is fucking nuts. Yeah, she's throwing merch out there like it's a hockey game. Yes, I agree with you.
And I'm sorry, but that's not what people expect from someone who just lost their husband. It didn't look like someone stepping back to grieve. It looked like someone stepping further into the spotlight. But even that isn't what people are the most curious about. The real question people keep asking is, where?
Because when Andrew died, we still held up the show and we didn't lose it at all. We kind of still held face. You know what I mean? So I can't say, that this is the sole reason on why, but yes, it is a strange way of mourning. I can't disagree with it, but everybody fucking mourns in their own way. You know what I mean? So, and I know what it's like to paint on a smile and go through the motions. All right, back to the video.
The kids, because think about it. She's always traveling, always doing interviews. And yet no one really sees the kids. No normal public outings, no clear photos. Even the few pictures that are out there don't answer anything. Some are blurry, some are covered. And when people try to compare them side by side, they don't even...
That's because the kids were kidnapped from Epstein's Island and brought in for photos ops and then smuggled back underneath these fucking churches and synagogues.
seem to match. It just raises more questions. And what makes it even stranger is that the only real proof people point to of Erika being pregnant is that ultrasound clip she shared. That one clip. But when people looked closely, they noticed something else. Charlie's name wasn't even on it.
Okay, so Erika Kirk posted a video, and in it she has a photo of her ultrasound. She's kind of showing her pregnancy, and something that stood out to me was in the top corner, it listed her as Erika Franzve and not Erika Kirk, Franzve being her maiden name.
Now, at the time, she was already married, which only made people more suspicious. Because now, some are wondering if that pregnancy wasn't what it seemed. There have even been rumors floating around that she used babies for photo opportunities. Others have tied those rumors to her past in Romania and the trafficking allegations people have talked about for years.
At the same time, reports out there saying that the mission that she sent over there was forced out of Romania because...
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please just remember, this is all for speculation and entertainment. None of this is confirmed to be true. Okay. But it's pretty fucking suspicious and eerie to me. That's all I'm saying. Dave, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, they're... Oh, I'm a mother. All right. How old are your kids? 3 and 4. One of them has a beard.
Yes.
Try that again? How does that? Or you're giving them something in them Cheerios that you should not be giving them. Look, Scott, everybody knows I have 2 wonderful kids, a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old domestic terrorist. And so if you ask me, I have pictures. I was there. I was literally in the room when they took one of them out. And they both act like me, so I know for hell I don't even need paternity test. The doctor would look at them and go, "Yeah, they're yours."
They're yours. Well, I mean, but if there was some kind of doubt, would you go and have a paternity test done?
5 seconds after they were born.
Yeah, I mean that's the best time to do it because it's free. They'll just tack it on the bill anyway. So
yeah,
fuck it. You know,
and if it's not mine, it's her bill, not mine. No, but the thing is one. You're a mom. Okay. These 2 girls lost a dad, whether or not they're your girls or somebody else's that you're using for promotional purposes. You know, they're your celebrity family. They're only there when you want to be a celebrity. But no, the lady brought up a good question. Where are your kids? Because no offense, your kid just suffered through a huge loss of their dad. Pretty sure hitting the road is not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing. I mean, I wouldn't be. I understand that I would have a business and I would try to keep things moving, right? But there's no way I'd be on the road. I agree with that. This is what I mean. It's like I'm just trying to point out her behaviors and her patterns and how she's been conducting herself. But let's keep going.
They had a daughter born in 22 and a son born in 24. According to what I'm reading.
So they're fucking 2 and 6 or 2 and 4.
Places where her ministry was going, children were disappearing.
Whether those claims are true or not, the fact that they're even being discussed shows how much trust people have lost. And when you step back and look at all of it together, you start to understand why people believe Charlie may have been preparing to divorce her, because something clearly wasn't right toward the end. It was also reported that the night before Charlie was unalived, he didn't even sleep in their bedroom. He slept in his daughter's room. And the next morning, before leaving for that TPUSA event, he put his ring back on, which makes people wonder if they had argued the night before, if he had already brought up divorce, if something had finally reached a breaking point, because that's not normal behavior for a husband in a stable marriage.
That's true. Like if I get in a fight with my old lady, I'm
and
still
now,
going to sleep in my
looking at
bed.
how Erika has acted since his death, people are questioning whether the marriage was ever real to begin with. And that's why people haven't even forgotten that Zoom call from just 2 weeks after Charlie died. In that clip, she can allegedly be heard laughing and calling his memorial the event of the century. And hearing that changed how a lot of people saw her, because that memorial wasn't supposed to be about attention. It was supposed to be about honoring her husband. And as if the divorce rumors weren't already enough, Erika Kirk's name has now been dragged into something even darker, the Epstein mess. People online have started questioning whether Erika may have had some kind of connection to Jeffrey Epstein, especially after the Department of Justice released millions of files tied to their investigations. Ever since those files dropped, internet users have been digging, connecting timelines, and looking at who was around certain circles back then. And that's when Erika's name started coming up. One user even wrote, "What if Charlie found out she was in the Epstein files right before he was killed?" And that question alone was enough to send people into a spiral. Because around the time Charlie...
Dave, I know your brain's moving a mile a minute like mine, dude. I know. So listen, you know me, brother. I don't watch these clips, and everybody that's watching and is going to watch, I don't watch these clips through. All right. I only watch like the first like 10, 15 seconds of them. And if I like them, I save them and then I share them with you to react with you. Are you like in holy fucking shit mode right now?
I'm in wanting to dig a little deeper mode because
Okay, good. Because guess what? I have things.
The
Dave,
brain goes, okay, so there may have been a connection to Epstein. I just went on the Epstein library and just typed in her name, and there are no results.
Buddy. Okay, let's finish this video. And you know what? I'll do a little dancing around. I'm going to show you some shit.
Died. Erika was reportedly working with the Corcoran Group. That's a luxury real estate brokerage based in New York. And what made people uncomfortable is the fact that Corcoran had been involved in brokering the sale of Jeffrey Epstein's major properties, including his Palm Beach mansion and his New York townhouse. So naturally, people started asking how Erika even got that job in the first place. One person posted, Erika Kirk landed a job at the Corcoran Group, the luxury international real estate dealer, without any experience in real estate. To them, that didn't feel random. It felt placed.
Years later, she's allegedly recognized by an eyewitness at Fort Huachuca just 2 days before her husband's assassination. Husband who began to voice his opinions about Epstein very loudly and frankly.
Some people started claiming Erika wasn't just connected socially, but that she had ties behind the scenes. There were even rumors floating around calling her Mossad. Others went as far as saying she was Charlie's handler, not just his wife.
Some people say you're actually a Mossad agent sitting in front of me.
Buddy, they met in Israel. They met. The first time that they met was in Israel. They were standing in line to get on a plane. Just so everybody knows that.
You were Charlie's hand.
I'm not saying that that's, you know, a setup or anything like that at all. I'm not saying like we haven't seen every fucking spy movie that's ever been set up like that, right, Dave? Right, where you find the honeypot, right? The handler, the honeypot. You just so happen to just stumble across her in some weird fucking way, like horseback
Isn't that like
riding.
every James Bond movie ever?
Yes.
Israel killed Charlie.
Yes.
Right.
Now, whether those claims are true or not, the reason people even entertain them comes from Erika's past. Because when you really look at her timeline, there are things that don't feel typical. She started her charity, Everyday Heroes Like You, when she was just 17 years old. Most people that age are just starting college, still figuring their lives out. But Erika was already launching an international charity foundation.
Erika, as a 17-year-old girl, goes to Romania to help orphans, somehow finds herself in the middle of a horrific scandal involving those orphans.
Then there's her beauty pageant background, the elite social circles, the connections she built early on, the way she was suddenly moving around powerful people, high-level donors, and political figures, including people close to Trump.
Erika, please stand.
I don't know. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you're thinking. I always want to know what you're thinking. Let's keep moving.
By Epstein and Maxwell in a trafficking ring.
I know there are videos and photos. I know that Jeffrey had recording cameras in his house.
Powerful people who caused us harm are being protected and we're being exposed. It is meant to silence us.
Obviously, we know that Erika Kirk began the Romanian Angels Project in late 2012, early 2013, through to 2015. And obviously, you have seen all the TikToks describing the scandal.
Erika Kirk's inner circle just cracked, and this time it's not outsiders talking. It's someone who knew her up close. A former best friend is now claiming Erika didn't just orbit Epstein-linked spaces. She helped people not of legal age move into them. And if even
That's
part of that
fucking
holds,
wild.
this stops being about proximity and starts being about participation. All right, before we even touch the headline, let's slow this down for a second, because what's happening around Erika Kirk right now did not just appear overnight. It has been building quietly, layer by layer, and now with talk of a former close friend allegedly stepping forward and revealing how certain introductions and connections were made, the conversation has shifted from random whispers to something that feels more structured. Yes, not proven yet, but structured. And to understand why people are paying attention now, you have to rewind. When the Department of Justice finds...
So let me ask you this question, since we just saw a picture of her interviewing Cardi B on the TPUSA stage. you know, when she, do you think that that's conservative values is Nicki Minaj?
Goes right up there with the same Cardi B would have.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know Nicki Minaj personally, but no, the way she holds herself does not say conservative, especially when you're on stage wearing 2 pieces of clothes and none of them cover anything.
But isn't it weird when she was on stage, she said that Erika Kirk said, "I love this girl." Like, and wouldn't that be weird? Like, if you're a church going individual, right? You wouldn't be like, if you're like a church going person with conservative values, you definitely probably would not be listening to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, whoever, you know, whatever other, you know, hoedown bad bitch with a BBL comes walking through. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you would be listening to more traditional music.
Yes.
Finally opened parts of the Epstein archive, most people expected the usual suspects: politicians, royalty, tech giants, the same names that have floated around this scandal for years.
Today we are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. In total, that means that the department produced approximately 3.5 million pages in compliance with the act.
However, what really changed the conversation was not simply who appeared in the documents, but how the system itself was described to function. Buried in those files was not just a list of individuals, but a broader blueprint showing how influence networks work, who recruited, who normalized spaces, and who moved between fashion, philanthropy, politics.
I mean, and that's a huge thing that people need to realize. Like, this goes way deeper. Like, this is something outside of your pay grade. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Shouldn't be like that, but it is outside of your pay grade. And that's why you only get bits and pieces. That's why you only get little bits of information about what's going on. It's to keep the conspiracies going, but it's also to keep you guessing and keep you in your place. You know, I mean, you're going to go above these people. Most people are like, yeah, I can't, what am I going to do? Well, you know, keep investigating. That's for sure. Keep asking questions, because a lot of that stuff, Dave, I don't know about you, but I didn't know shit about that.
Well, no, that's not what they're going to report. They don't want to tell you the truth. They want to tell you what they want to hear.
Yeah. They control the narrative, and that's why here at the OTPH Show, we're going to let you think what you want to think, and you can go and look up all this information for yourself and make your own fucking choice. I just think it's really, her behavior is weird. Now, people react differently to death. I'm always going to stand by that. I react differently than Dave does, and Dave reacts differently than his brother does, and his brother reacts differently than his mother does. But what I'm saying to you is that, you know, with the light of the divorce and all that coming to a head, and how he was looking to take her out of the will and everything like that, I mean, I just think that it's a little fishy, you know. And I'm not talking about a strip club on Saturday night, but there also could be this reason too, Dave.
No? How about this picture of the same boy?
We have proof coming out that Erika Kirk is allegedly a man.
They didn't like dresses. Everyone thought I was a little boy because I wore Jordan and all these different types of athletic clothes.
I don't think that looks anything like a dude. Dave, do you? I mean, plastic surgery is a motherfucker.
Was Erika Kirk actually born male? Or was she MK
remember,
Ultra?
Ray Finkel did become Lois Einhorn, just saying.
To have multiple identities. Those are just some of the explosive questions Candace Owens is raising in her latest investigative series, The Bride of Charlie, which dives deep into Erika's childhood, her background, and the strange patterns that keep popping up in her life. Now, at first, many people dismissed this idea of Erika being born male, especially after Candace's Brigitte Macron series, when critics accused her of being obsessed with transvestigating people. But this time, it's different. It's much deeper than someone changing their
with the
gender
Brigitte
identity.
Macron,
People are pointing to Erika's weird behavior, inconsistencies and moments that don't add up, and it's making the MK Ultra angle feel harder to ignore. The schools Erika attended, the unusual circumstances of her early years, and the behaviors she displayed even as a child are now making people speculate that something far more sinister may have shaped Erika. And then there's the question nobody wants to ask. Did Charlie know any of this? Did Erika always act like this?
I mean, Dave, if you found Captain Winky, would you, after being with her for how many years? They got 2 kids. They've been married for like, what, 10 years? You know? I mean, and
Charlie
you found...
or me and my own wife.
No, I'm just saying in general. I mean, you and your own wife. I mean...
If you get in the heat of the moment and she's packing more than you, time to go.
I agree. I'd be upset. I mean, I would be more upset that you fooled me for fucking 20 years. Where were you tucking that? That's what I'd be asking. You know what I mean?
How did you get the kids out of there?
I watched you push them out. I was there. I watched it happen. So this is the kind of conspiracy theory that people, you know,
latch onto.
Yes, because because humans have like an uncanny ability to fucking just make shit up in their head. It's incredible on like just without the lack of information on what people will think about a situation with anything that they get. Like this is not a hit piece. I mean, obviously, you know, it's conjecture, but it's the kind of shit that could fuck up a trial.
Or did this new personality switch on the moment Charlie was gone?
Watch Erika Kirk.
No, she was obviously fucking cloned. Duh.
Break her character.
And that's the goal for my guest right now. You did, and he was taken so early. Parents are private. You did, and he was taken so early.
Candace Owens is not letting up on Erika Kirk, and she just dropped her new investigative series, Bride of Charlie, that digs deep into Erika's background and actions after Charlie's assassination. And even before the first full episode aired, people were already talking nonstop online, and the trailer alone got millions of views in just a few hours. At the same time, Candace faced a coordinated wave of attacks, with critics calling her...
Well, let me ask you this, Dave. Do you think that's like some kind of sophisticated... Because there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, this is some kind of sophisticated plot to make a shitload of money and keep you entertained while they're trying to fucking steal your rights away. It's like, do you smoke meth before you go out into the world, or what's going on here? What do you think? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that whole scenario?
There's some heavy duty shit out there.
This is one of those things, man. Like, I mean, I get, you know, investigating and putting out your documentary, but I mean, come on.
My answer is this too, and you just like science. Science is going to give you the result that you're looking for.
That's true.
So if I'm going to investigate you and I want to do an expose, I want to nail you to a tree, I'm going to find some great things about you, and then I'm going to find the 1 or 2 things that I could spin to make an hour-long episode. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's everything we need to know about you. Shit sounds shady.
I'm saying this to you right now, okay? This is what I'm saying to you. If I'm a female, okay, I'll show you all my bits and pieces. Fuck it, whatever. Let's make it a thing. I'm going to make so much money off of this, and you're going to look like such a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I'm like, you know what? Fine, fuck it, whatever. You want to know? All right, here you go, buddy. There it is. You know how much money I'd fucking make off that shit? Crazy. It's crazy that she hasn't come out and been like, yep, nope, there's my birth certificate. There's my genetics. Here, why don't you swab my mouth right now, Candace Owens? Like, clear the air up with this woman before she's allowed to do any more damage that she's already done. I mean, people...
All you gotta do is drop trout.
Yeah, dude, seriously. That's it. Let's just see your man bits, okay? Like, if somebody was like, hey, you're not a dude, I'd be like, do you want to find out? I mean... Listen, I was in corrections, buddy. I am not shy. Do you want to find out? What's up?
I've seen shit, and this is not it.
Okay. Like, I mean, but go ahead.
And it really kind of gets to me that, you know, like Erika Kirk was out of that generation that was all the, hey, I might be a boy, I might be a girl generation. She's old enough to be closer to what you and I are. So it's like the chances of her being a man, and 30, yeah. And the chances of her being a dude are slim. She doesn't have what looks to be a male feature on her. She looks all girl.
Yeah. She doesn't look very mannish. I mean, plastic surgery is fucking crazy nowadays. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost, I mean, you can see it. You can spot it from a mile away, real and fake. You know what I mean?
It looks like Candace just has an axe to grind for some stupid reason.
Well, and that's because she was kind of booted out of the Daily Wire, and there was this whole thing with that, and that's the Daily Wire is ran by my favorite Jew, Ben Shapiro. You know what I mean? So that's that whole story with that. And then Candace Owens was chastised from the Daily Wire, and also let's remember Charlie Kirk's out of the scene. Ben Shapiro is still heavily involved with TPUSA, which let's not forget about how Trump or Ben Shapiro was a never Trumper. Don't forget any of that stuff. Don't forget any of it.
And I love the fact that, okay, listen, again, I can sit down and I can research exactly what I want to tell you and then back it up with facts and statistics that I can skew to prove a point. Just like, there's a statistic that like 40% of marriages end in divorce. Well, that's great, because 60% of them end in death.
Yeah, well, I mean, check this. Listen, okay. It's just crazy to me that you're going to try to stir up all this nonsense. And this is the kind of conspiracy theory that makes me lose respect for individuals and not take them as serious. Now there are people out there that staunchly defend Candace Owens, and I'm not saying she's not good at what she does. I like Candace Owens. I don't like what she's saying about the whole situation. Now, is some of it true? Sure. I'm sure the divorce stuff is true because I looked it up. It is true. Okay. But all the her being a man and Tyler Robinson being involved, and, her acid trip and peyote in her backyard of her compound, all that fun stuff. Like I just lose a lot of respect for you when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, that's something that I would expect from a show like this, speculation and conjecture. But somebody like high level, highbrow like Candace Owens, I would expect something a little bit different. But she could be paid off. We don't know. It could be a sophisticated circle of fucking money ring. You know what I mean? It could be exactly that. We don't really know. What I do know is that the kid deserves a fair trial. What I do know is that if Erika Kirk was involved or is involved, she needs to be investigated and brought to justice, just like anybody else. But let's remember this, Dave, that they caught an Israeli Mossad, Benjamin Netanyahu's right-hand man for his cyber defense, caught him. They caught him in a sex sting operation for minors. So, do you think that guy saw justice?
Probably not.
No, they sent him back over to Israel. So, anyways, do you remember this, Dave?
From what I heard, it was horrible.
All right, I'm going to turn that off so we don't get copyrighted. I'm not going to play much of this because I just wanted to point this out real quick to bring up the spirits.
It was previously recorded, and apparently everybody lip syncs.
Buddy, he is fucking. I watched the whole thing. I didn't care about it to begin with. I made that very known to everybody. I was like, I don't care about the NFL right now. They're scumbags. I don't give a fuck about. Everybody has forgotten about what we watch football for. Fucking football, the sport. Game. That's why we watch it. It's not for the halftime show. I don't give a fuck about the halftime show. Again, I said this before. You peaked out when you showed Janet Jackson's titty on stage. That's it. Okay? You couldn't have done any better than that. All right? Unless you brought out somebody fucking stark ass naked. But Dave, I think that you would concur with, I think that you would be right on the same page with me when I make that statement. When they showed Janet Jackson's titty on stage, that's it. It was over from there. It was all, and it was all the, look at all the.
Then we had the Who, Coldplay. Yeah.
Yeah. All the people that are breathing heavy on stage, like, tonight
is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
1980 to me was like, yes. older me was like, yeah, no.
No, can't do it, guy. You're fucking rolling him out in an iron lung. Look at Mick Jagger when he was trying to sing fucking Jump. And he's like, jump. I'm like, please don't jump, dude. You're about to break it. Somebody get on stage and help him. And he's like breathing so heavy.
Yeah. No,
the only person that was doing good was Keith Richards. He's like, yeah, he's doing blow off the tip of his fucking guitar and still playing like an animal.
Right. Yeah, yeah, no. See, one of the things that I noticed about the Super Bowl halftime shows since the Janet Jackson nipslet, the best one out of that was Prince by far.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody else had some kind of political motivation and agenda. Lady Gaga, we're talking about you.
Yeah, well, that's all it was after that. After they showed the titty, I told you it was peaked out. Now they're going to start pushing their other agenda. Dude,
my brother from another mother.
Holy shit! Everybody's coming in. It's always
my favorite melanin provider. Yes. Yes.
Our favorite friend dipped in melanin. Yes, we love you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Really do appreciate you.
AR, one of the good guys. Yes.
But it's one of those things where, like, I didn't care anymore. And then not Chris Rock, but Kid Rock came out, and then you see him try to like keep up with RFK and doing workouts and shit. It's like, dude, you look like a drunk uncle from a trailer park. You know what I mean? That used to be in a band that started for another band. That's what you look like.
I got to correct Chad for a moment. Right now, it is believed by me that there are 3 things in this world that would survive a nuclear holocaust: Twinkies, cockroaches, and Keith Richards.
Yeah, probably most likely. I would agree with that statement. Thank you very much.
But no, and you're right. Kid Rock also reminds me of somebody who used to work in a meth lab.
Yeah, dude. Like, how many times have you been to county? That's like when I see him, I'm like, how many times have you been to county, bro?
You ever notice?
I can't believe you have all your fucking teeth, man. Like,
you ever notice on how Kid Rock and Joe Dirt are never in the same room?
You know, I don't have time for this. Let's go.
Instead of having coffee and breakfast, I personally would rather have.
I never noticed that, Dave. You fucking got me twisted on. All right, let's go.
Coffee or brunch with someone. Then I think you're a bright light in a very dark place.
So let's go grab a mojito. That ain't coffee. That ain't. What coffee got mojito in it?
Irish.
Oh, they got one in Hawaii?
Yeah, they do.
I'm really attracted to it.
I don't drink. I never drank, nor did I date before meeting Charlie.
I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
Oh, what's up, Drunky Williams?
He knew that because I was not dating in New York City, he knew that in order for me to know that that was my man, he had to blanket Charlie as a job interview. Because if that went in, no joke, if he came to me and said, hey, let's go on a date to Bill's Burgers, I'd be like, I am so sorry. I thank you, but no, we're not.
Hey, Barry Weiss. Yeah, the viewership for your CBS Town Hall just tripled. Yeah, just from me putting just that little snippet right there in my video, it just tripled. Don't say I never gave you nothing. No, it was that bad.
Wait, whoa. Wait, most people didn't know, too, also, by the way, that the lady that set up Bill Clinton, or not set up, but Monica Lewinsky, was also an actress, too. It's funny how that just kind of happens like that. It's
horrible actress, too, yeah.
But she was an actress. It's just kind of funny how these actresses and actors just kind of pop up in weird spots, man.
Yeah. Before I met my wife, I never drank, and I never dated anyone either.
Dave, that's because your wife is the only woman you've ever dated.
And 17 years old at that time, we weren't drinking. Oh no, I'm lying. I was drinking Zeman by the time I was like 16.
Buddy, when we went to Gillette, we had a good time. You had like 2 beers with me, man. You were lit. I can't believe we were up there though. We were in the nose fucking like, what a great time. Okay, back to the What the
stood up and almost fell off of it.
Yeah, dude. Well, I had way more beers than you, bud.
You met a random dude in a bathroom and he bought you a beer.
It's true. True. That's how good I am.
Weeks later.
Oh.
So the woman who wants us to trust her went on a whole media tour talking about she didn't date, completely unprompted. Nobody needed that. When she had been on a whole dating show.
It's like when Benjamin Netanyahu came out and was like, listen, we did not kill Charlie Kirk. We were not involved with this. Charlie Kirk wrote me a personal note right here. Look, a personal note saying, I was not involved with this. It's like, Benny, buddy, we all know you're a fucking war criminal, buddy. Just, all right, everybody already had an inclination of something like that. Because you've had an involvement with a lot of assassinations in this country for weird reasons, which we'll talk about next Thursday when I'll have my brother Josh on. So stick around because that one's going to be a lot of fun. Well, let's get back to what this guy was saying. Dave, you got anything you want to add into this?
Nope.
Erika Kirk, they finna drag you.
Well, remember when Erika Kirk said she didn't date anyone for 5 years before she met Charlie?
I'll say is when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather.
It's a load of shit, bro. Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick because I didn't know this girl before any of this shit happened. I didn't know Charlie Kirk had a wife. I thought he was actually a single guy or was like, I didn't know he was married. Okay. Long story short. But if you were to look at Erika Kirk and be like, Dave, seriously, you were to look at her and be like, you never dated, you never had a drink before. Huh? Miss Arizona, what did you say? David, seriously, help me out here.
Yeah, no, I never dated. Okay, what were they? One night stand, quick fling, whatever.
I mean, I can't.
You seem to be passed around quite often.
I just can't believe it. And then again, you were on a dating show, lady. I mean, there's no other way to chalk it up to be.
Hang on, the show was filmed in LA. She clearly said she never dated in New York.
Ooh, fair enough, Dave. That's actually a good point. Different zip codes doesn't count. Doesn't count, right?
Got a hold in different area codes, right? Yeah.
It's just wild to me. Like, if you're not guilty, why are you doing a media tour? Why are you painting yourself to be this fucking angel? People are going to see through it. You're just trying to get this sympathy push. When if you really wanted a sympathy push, you probably shouldn't have had your husband's fucking funeral or wake in a giant fucking stadium, in Arizona stadium. I'm just saying, Dave, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't, even if I was Charlie Kirk, I wouldn't want something like that to happen at all.
That was more about her than about him.
I agree with that. 100%. I think that was...
Look at me, look what I'm doing. Like the turning point, the halftime show. That was all for her. That wasn't for, we want to give you a better show, because she wasn't even there.
Bad Bunny was fucking horrible, and it was pre-fucking recorded. So it's like, I'm gonna go watch the American people come out, and they're gonna sing their songs.
That's what 2 weeks prior to that, most of them lip sync.
I mean, Bradley Gilbert did a good job.
Bradley Gilbert, I love the guy. One of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites too. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and shit on him. But all the other people that came out, like, fuck the halftime show. Let's just, I get why you need 30 minutes in between, because that's how long you're going to stand in line to use the pisser during halftime. I know that? Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, you were at Gillette. That's how long it took you.
That's exactly how fucking long it took me. The entire halftime.
Look at a halftime show that makes sense. Look at a little Asian lady on a unicycle twirling plates.
Yeah, dude. Make it simple. People are not fucking paying attention. Like, Dave, do you remember the halftime show when we were at Gillette?
Yeah, it was a Mass State Lottery thing.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't remember that. Well,
Which
yeah,
is
I
funny.
do.
It was a day game, and they shut all the lights
Yeah.
off, and you're like, yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah. I remember that part. But at the same time, like I wasn't, we were sitting there shooting the shit. I got one dude eating a hot dog. Like, whoa, man. You're probably in one of them videos, weren't you? Huh?
Getting it all in one bite. Today, this segment is brought to you by Seymour Wieners. Go get your
But go ahead. What were you going to say?
I have a new off topic. This has been kind of bugging me, and I want to mention it. I have an idea for a new style of missile, like defense missile. It's going to be an enema. It's about yay big. It's going to be the ANUS. And it's basically going to be a heat-seeking rectum destroyer, and we're literally going to blow your ass up.
Dave, I think you should work on that delivery. I think you got something here, and we'll talk more about it after.
When
this.
disaster hits, you don't want excuses. You want action and peace of mind. And emergency storable food from My Patriot Supply does just that, delivering over 2,000 calories a day in 8 hearty varieties, good for over 25 years. That's 25 years of protection for when the stinky stuff hits the fan. So scan the QR code up in the corner or click the link down in the description and protect you and your family for when emergency strikes. All orders before 3 p.m. ships same day, and anything over $150 ships for free. Remember, calories equal energy, and energy equals survival. Be ready for anything before anything happens with My Patriot Supply. Now back to the show.
Productive. Stop. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Stop. Stop.
Stop lying for the people in the back.
Drink, I find it unproductive.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here with us right now. We're getting into our last 2 videos. We got one more after this, and then we are the fuck out of here. Well, let's wrap this bitch up, Dave. What do you think?
Stop.
I mean, why lie about it? You know what I mean? Like, that'd like be like me saying I never drank ever, and me coming out on one of these shows and be like, I've never had a sip of alcohol a day in my life. You guys watch me drink on my fucking show. That'd be a bold-faced lie. Why? I
have never drank on this show other than coffee and random juices.
That is a legitimate statement, Dave. But I mean, you're going around and trying to have get people to be convinced that you were once, but they were hoping that people weren't going to remember or find her history. You were on a fucking dating show, David. Oh God, it's making my hemorrhoids flare, dude. It's just absolutely fucking insane to me. They think that these people, nobody's going to find out about this shit. You know what I mean?
She's blonde. She's confused.
I bet you she is. Me too.
I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Stop. Stop.
Okay, before we get out of here, tell me more about your anus. Bomb, explosive.
Yeah, just think of the heat-seeking missile that, seeks and destroys your rectum from the inside out.
I mean, heat-seeking, yeah, because your asshole's always warm.
Especially after Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah, especially after Taco Bell, yes. Oh, God, it's just fucking so horrible.
And before we go too much farther, I don't know if you've been telling the fine folks in the world of OTPH what's been going on behind the scenes, but my high school bowling team won their state title.
Yeah, I know. No, I haven't. I've been waiting for you to tell them, Dave. I've been waiting for you. I'm glad that you waited till the end of the show to tell everybody about it. That's fantastic. I love that.
We jumped right into it. Yeah, we're off to nationals in Columbus, Ohio. For those who know,
oh, that's awesome.
My 15-year-old will be a part of the team. They actually requested him, and after his performance in states, they want him to help them in nationals. So.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Well, Dave, guess what, buddy? Check this, dude. Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on. All right. Congratulations, very much so. Yes, he looks like he worked so hard to get that spot, and I'm glad, Dave. I mean, you look like you're a good coach, anyways. I mean, you did great with your baseball teams. I don't expect anything less. I'll definitely let Heather know because she's down that way. So you guys
I'll give her a heads up, see if she wants to come cheer Ian on.
Yeah, and see if she wants to. I'm sure she will, dude. I'm sure she'd want to catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. I'm glad. Congratulations to you, brother.
Just Ian and I will be going. Andrea gonna stay home with the domestic terrorist.
Well, I figured that's how it would go down, Dave. I figured that's exactly. Now, are you guys going to be taking a party bus and getting some blowing hookers, or what's up? You gonna break this in the right way? What's up, dude?
We're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna rent a Ford Transit. No, we're getting more than likely the school will let us take one of the 15 passenger vans. We're limiting the kid to 4 bowling balls. Anything more, we're gonna have to rent a trailer. We thought about flying out there briefly, but it will cost about $200 a bowling bag just to get him out to Ohio.
Yeah, no, I mean you're not that far. It's like a fucking six hour ride.
10.5.
Oh, okay. I was off by 4 hours, but still. Well, and then you got to stop. So pick it 12. I'd say 12 because you got to stop.
We're leaving.
And it all depends too.
We're leaving the day before because there's a practice session on the Friday where they'll give us a pattern that we're going to be bowling on, so the kids can get to understand and know where they're going to need to be for the next day.
Okay, so that's how they slick the floor, like the oil pattern. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the house shot that they put out there. So it's what your normal league would bowl on, but they're going to modify it probably to kind of push it out a little further, make you have to think a little more.
Well, good for him, man. That's fucking dope, man. That's good for you too, brother. You should be proud. Well, I'm sure you are fucking proud. Are you making it? I want to see the jerseys you're making for these guys. I already know you're gonna pull it up anyways. Come on, let's go. Show everybody. What the fuck, Dave? The one time I'm interested in hearing about your bowling, because you're not talking about you in bowling, you're talking about your son in bowling, so I have to be interested in it.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, everybody that's watching. Dave knows I love my nephew. I love him very, very much. He knows that. So, and I'm very proud of him and that he's making it as far as he's making it. So I love that kid very much to death. But
I'm pulling up the page with the comp shirt.
All right, figure that out. I'm going to play. Well, wait. While Dave figures that out, I just want to say I'm going to kick him out. You got it already? I see. I told you guys. I told you. I know how he's thinking. I already know how he's thinking. He couldn't wait. He was looking at the chops. I'm like, Dave, don't talk about it in the beginning.
All right,
don't
ready?
do it. And he knew. He knew.
These are the bowling jerseys.
Oh, nice. Like it. Yeah. That's cool.
I designed
them.
I
like that. Yeah. Well, I know you fucking designed it, dude. I know you did. Anyways, before I show you guys this last video, Dave, congratulations, by the way. And tell Ian congratulations. But before we finish this last video, guys, I just want to say thank you so very much for liking, watching, loving everything we do here at the OTPH Show. You know, raw steel and sex appeal, gravy train on biscuit wheels. So get on board because we are a movie that's going to the top with your love and support. And thank you so very much for all of your love and support. Go to daveslogoapparel.com and get yourself some sexy ass OTPH gear, or you can scan the QR code up in the corner and help us out with our newest sponsor, My Patriot Supply. And thank you so very much to My Patriot Supply for sponsoring tonight's live stream. And guys, like I always say, love your neighbor, love your family. Most importantly, love you. No, I fucked that up. Totally fucked that up. The best way to help the show is to scan the QR code. Okay. The best way to help the show for free is to like, share, and subscribe. There we go. That's better. And like I always say, love your neighbor, love your family. Most importantly, love you. You can't love the other two without you. I love you. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next one. Dave, you got anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, we love you. I'm glad to be back, and hopefully I make more of these.
Yes, hopefully. Well, yeah, I hope you'll be back too. All right, we got to go. All right, bye.
Sex sells.